Hey, this is Dave. Some folks have asked me how I'm making the halftone stencils. I'm going to show you. The first thing you're going to do is go to Bay Stencil. So how do you find that? You can just say Bay Stencil, search for it, and it should come up. There we go. And you're going to upload an image. And the image I'm going to choose is going to be this hamburger image. If you want to, you can crop it. It's a good idea to crop it as close as you can without losing the subject. And you can also remove the background. This image has a white background, so I'm just going to leave that unchecked and go submit. And I'm going to wait. I'll look at my mail. And while I'm waiting for this mail to come in, I use the hamburger because it's one of the images that always challenges me with the traditional stencil separation, color separation, and I like what the halftone does because it actually makes the hamburger into something I want to eat. The traditional stencil separations don't always look like I want to eat them, so that came back pretty quick. You can see these 9 stencil separations. Of these, the 5 color one looks the most appetizing, but the other ones are not something I want to eat at all. I'm going to avoid all those. I'm just going to come right down here and click on this little link that says just get the halftones. And so when I click on that link, it's going to take me to the page where this image has been stencilized, and it's going to take me, should take me down to this section here where it says get the halftone files. If it doesn't take you there, just scroll down and you'll see it's already an image of a hamburger. That's just because I like this image. So and it says I can have 80 horizontal lines, max of 280. Let's try it. And a color model of CMYK grayscale. And more color models are coming soon, but right now we want CMYK. I'm just going to click this link that says button that says get the halftones. This is free right now. We're trying to figure out a way to make it as useful as possible so that people want to pay for it, but it's free for the time being. And when you get these halftones back, I'm going to go watch my email again. Hey, looks like it already came back, so that was pretty fast too. When I see this, I see, I've got the regular image and I've got this halftone version. Wow, that really looks like the original image. It doesn't look like this weird color separation thing. I'm going to scroll all the way down in that email, and I've got a zip file here. Double click on the zip file. If you're on your phone, you might want to try doing this on your computer. It might be easier. I'm going to double click on the zip file, and I'm going to see that's going to crack open. And this may change, but one thing you can count on is if you download a CMYK, you're going to have C, M, Y, and K files that are going to be both PNG and SVG. The PNG is a raster file, the SVG is a vector file. If you're cutting with a Cricut or Silhouette, you want those SVG files. So there they are, the C, M, Y, and K are in here. There's also a simulation that if you look at that file, that's just regular PNG, you'll get a nice big blown up version of what that finished stencil could look like. Okay. That said, I think you might have, if you have a Cricut or Silhouette, or if you're using Lightburn to cut on a laser cutter, you might need more specialized instructions to get that SVG. Like once you've downloaded it, the SVG, to upload it into your program, if it's Design Space, if it's Silhouette Go, if it's Lightburn. I'm going to link to those videos so that you'll see what you need to do next. People have asked me if I'm done using traditional stencils because these halftones are so good, and the answer is no. There's 3 good reasons why I still love to do traditional stencils and separating out the colors. One is the aesthetic is really good. I love to do a good 3-tone stencil where you have a light, mid-tone, and dark. I also love the graphic boldness of it. Like when you find 3 colors that really rock together, and you've got like a maroon and a bright blue and then kind of a muted yellow or something, and you bring those 3 colors together into a single composition, I think it's really excellent. And then finally, the traditional color separated stencils are a little easier to cut because they just have big blocks of color, and these halftone stencils have long thin lines of cutout places, and they can be a little bit flimsy, so they can be a little bit harder to manage. But in a pinch, I really have to go to a halftone stencil when there's something that has a color gradients or a lot of detail, or it's got a bunch of different colors in it and I want to represent it. I go to the CMYK for that. So I'm not done with traditional stencils. I just find that 75% of the time traditional stencil works great, and for the times that it doesn't work great, 25% of the time, I go to CMYK. Okay, hope this helps. And I'll include videos for the folks who are using Cricut, Silhouette Go, and Lightburn attached here at the end. Thanks for watching.